Alright.
Ready? Okay, so I got a new section where me and whoever I'm playing against gonna make a, I don't want to say original, but something that we want to try out, and then just build it, profile it, and then we'll get some games in. So today I am gonna profile Orange Trunks. I'm gonna keep it quick for the sake of time. So, assuming you know what Trunks does, I want to get to level 3 because it's really good, and just stay there. With Trunks having really high power stages, I've got a lot of physical attacks in its deck, which is something that Orange doesn't usually do. Orange got really good energy attacks, but I want to try something different today, so we're going with Trunks. So to start out, we got Dragonball 1. That just helps me to do more damage so I can get a crit effect to trigger my mastery or take a Dragon Ball or whatever. Mainly the crit is to kill allies. Dragon Ball 3, good card advantage card, and raises your anger 1, which you really need since you gotta level up in this deck. Dragon Ball 5 also raises anger and gains you 5 stages, which will help you hit a little harder. And drawing a card rejuvenating isn't bad either. And my last Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball 6, which helps with the stages, since you need a lot of stages to do good physical attacks, and it does -2 stages of damage. You take -2 stages of damage from attacks, which help you stay up longer. Keep getting attacks out. Alright. One Orange Celebration. This card's not bad. I wanted to try it to help get more consistent drill setup, since I'm not using Goku, which when I use Orange Goku, I don't need this because I can get all my drills out really easy. But since I don't have that level 1 or level 2, I use this to help me get my drills out. 2 Visit in the Past, staple, pretty much. I'm trying out 2 Orange Energy Gathering. This is kind of a pseudo physical block. I can take a physical hit and then use this to gain the stages back. And Rejuvenate doesn't hurt either. So I wanted to try that out in here. Alright. Got 2 Orange Joint Restraint Drill. I got a lot of physical attack, so this pumps those up. 2 Orange Devouring Drill. This, if I can trigger this, that's tremendous with Trunks, because I don't have too much anger in here, but I think I do have enough. But this just helps facilitate that, and it'll help me get to level 3 every game if I can get this out. And this also doesn't raise your anger. So if I'm at 4 anger and I go to the next level, I'll still be at 4 anger. So I can just raise it 1 more or 2 more if I'm going against blue, and then level up like twice in 1 turn, which is really good. I've got 1 Quickness Drill. I just wanted to test this one out. I feel like it wouldn't be too bad with Trunks. I got a lot of non-combats in here, so I think that'll help filter through those. 1 Orange Focusing Drill. Kind of a staple in my opinion. But it's really just another drill. Really good against blue. And it's good against stuff that destroys drills, because you can just get this back if they destroy it. But if they were to banish drills, then I would much rather them hit this than anything else. So I think this is really important in any orange deck that focuses on drills. I have 1 Orange Hiding Drill. I normally use 2, but for space reasons I needed to use 1. This card's really good. -2 life cards on pretty much all energy attacks. Makes it really hard to get crit. So I really like this card, and I wish I had two. Orange and Power Drill. It's doesn't seem that good, but it has endurance too, which is really nice. You get +1 power up rating, which will help with your physical attacks. Not that Trunks needs it once he gets to level 2, but it's still there. And at the beginning of your turn, banish the bottom 3 of your opponent's discard pile. Helps against Namekian and kind of screws up other strategies too. You're gonna see these in every orange deck. I don't need to explain them really. They're really good. Got one orange Guardian Drill. Just to... I feel like this one's not going to be bad since I'm using Trunks. If I see a drill on top, I can just grab it and put it into play with this. So I wanted to try this out. I don't use this card in any of the orange decks I'll play. Times Wars tool, staple. I got 3 Confrontation. I am proxying these because I have my others in 3 other decks, so I felt like I was allowed to proxy these. Confrontation is also a staple card in many decks. If you don't know what it does, since I'm proxying it, you look at your opponent's hand and choose a card, and they send it back to the deck and shuffle it in. Here is a copy of Confrontation. I'm sure you know what it does. It's a real good card. Staple. I've got 2 Orange Inspection. Banish after you destroy an opponent's up or drill to draw a card. This is just something I wanted to try out. Orange Stare is definitely a lot better, but I don't have too many energy attacks in here because I want to keep my stages high. So I wanted to try Orange Inspection, and it replaces itself on use, so it's gonna be a +1 most of the time. I feel like later on down the road, this card might see a lot of play if like setups and drills get out of hand, because you want to save your stare down for allies really. So yeah. Next up, I've got 3 Orange Refocus. I use this because it just helps me get drills back and raises my anger 1. So it's not a bad card, and it also has endurance run, which is really nice. I'm running 2 Trunks Sword Slash. It costs a stage, which sucks, but it does AT +4, and you get to banish 6 cards, which is really good against decks like Namekian, and it's good against Visit in the Past. And it makes your next styled energy attack unblockable. I don't have too many energy attacks in here, but if I can land both of them, it's pretty good. And Orange has really strong energy attacks too, so if they're not blocking it, it's probably going to crit anyway. 3 Devastating Blow. It raises my anger. Banishes discard. Really good. I could probably take 1 out for another Sword Slash, but I think 3 is the right number. It also lowers your opponent's anger, which helps out a lot. I mean, I should be critting a lot, but just straight up lowering their anger too is really good. Got 3 Orange Overhead Smash. This card is the juice right here. It does AT +3, which is pretty average, but if you have 5 drills out, it does an additional 7 life cards of damage, which is pretty insane for a physical combat card. Not too many people are running a lot of physical blocks, so this one should connect more often than not. And if it hits you, you shuffle all drills from your discard pile into your life deck. I don't like that effect too much because it is a non-bow with your mastery and Orange Refocus, but it's not too bad, I guess, in the late game. It will help you heal. So 3 Orange Truck Lift. I don't have any, which really sucks, but I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see what it does. It's a physical attack, AT +3 stages. You search the top 4 cards of your discard pile for a drill and place them in play. That's not going to happen too often, but it's just a physical attack for you to use. Got 2 orange uppercut. I'm only running 2 because I already have 6 energy attacks, and well, I'm mainly going to use it to get a block from my deck, but I'm only using 2 because I don't have too many attacks. It also does AT plus 4, which isn't bad. This would be even better if I had allies to pick 2 stages from, but I'm not running any in this deck. I have 3 orange searching maneuver. It only does AT stages, which isn't that good, but I mean, if you're in D and they're in A or B, that's not bad. But the good part is that it lets you search your life deck for a drill and place it into play at the end of combat. So this helps my drill consistency. No other orange deck will probably use 3 of these, so I feel like this is what would put this deck on par with Goku, in my opinion. It comes in at the end of combat, which kind of sucks, but it's still a free drill from your life deck, which shouldn't be underestimated. 3 orange launcher. I think this card's an orange staple. It does life guards, which isn't bad, and you just straight up get a critical damage effect. So, kill any ally, take a Dragonball, lower anger. This card's really good, and it also has endurance rolling. So you should definitely be playing this in any orange deck, no matter what. 3 orange energy catch. Very good card. It has endurance 3, which is really important, and it raises your anger and causes your attacks to deal an additional 2 stages of damage. I don't understand. This card is so broken and good. This card should definitely be used in every orange deck as well. I don't see them coming out with anything better than this in set 2 either, so definitely need to be running 3 of these. 3 orange energy absorption. This one, sadly, is banished after use, but endurance 1's not bad. You also gain 5 stages and an anger for using this card. I don't see a reason not to use this one either. I have 3 orange rage. I'm proxying 1 since I've got 3 in another deck. It's got endurance 1, which is fantastic, and it does 5 for 2, which is pretty standard, and it raises your anger 2. So if I can get this one off after a sword slash, it's pretty much going to crit as well. So I like this card a lot. It's really good. And lastly, I'm using 3 orange revenge. This is another card I wanted to try out. It costs 3 stages for 4 life cards plus AT stages. So if you play this at the right moment, it can do quite a bit of damage, and it also raises your anger 1. So if you level up off this card, it's going to hit pretty hard. And if it hits, you choose 2 energy combats in your discard and put them on top of your life deck. That effect, I'm not too much of a fan of in here, because I don't run too many energy attacks. But both my energy blocks and orange rage have endurance on them. So if I could get those back with this, that's just even more resiliency for me. And I can grab other orange revenges, even though they are banished after use. But I mean, if I hit them from damage, then I'm still healing for 2 damage. So, not a bad card. And that's my deck. So, got another deck profile coming up in a sec, followed by some games. So, stick around.